fun with no goal, no objective in my mind. That's how I started my journey. So I would like to talk about my first day in TaTA AIA branch. I went on 27th February 2009. I was already coded by that time. So the manager called me and asked me, why don't you do some business? So I came, my manager was sitting here and I was sitting next to my manager. Then while we were talking, there were some MDRT who walked into the branch that day. I was no one at that time. One MDRT walked into the branch. There was some, I will not, that person is still there in the system and a good friend of mine, I will not name that person. The moment that MDRT came to the branch, my manager said, Madam, you please get up from here, MDRT will sit here. So that was the first thing, first experience of TaTA AIA branch. So I thought that what is MDRT? So much of respect they are giving, they are asking me to get up. I was already sitting there. Yeah. And I got so hurt here that what is this? I want to become an MDRT just to sit there. That was and then after that person left, the manager said that, Madam, please come back here. I felt very insulted. And I asked him, what is this MDRT? He explained me. I said, I don't understand insurance, but you just tell me how much business I have to get. He said, you have to get some 38 lakh rupees at that time to become an MDRT. I said, what will I get? He said, you will get money. I said, money was not important at that time to me. Then I asked, what else? He said, you will get 2 for a trip. That was important. So, and then that was 27th February 2009. Then from the very next day, I started sitting, I asked for one corner in the office. I started sitting in one corner. And at that time, we had that yellow pages directory, telephone directory. People did not have so many mobile numbers at that time. So I started calling from the landline numbers. So first day when I called, I made around 80 calls on the landline. And then out of 80 calls, only 10 people answered my call. They did not speak to me. And when they answered, I did not know what to talk to them. It was so funny at that time. So I just spoke with whatever kind method I know how to speak at that time. And I was still under the training. So then 2 people gave me appointment out of that 80 calls. That was my day 1. Okay, they gave me appointment, but I was too scared to go to the appointment. So I did not go to the appointment at all. Because I don't know how to drive the appointment. Then at the same time, my trainer, there was a trainer. He said that he would train me about the products and everything. When he started training me, he trained me for 5 days and nothing went in my head. And he told my leader, where did you get this lady from? How will she sell insurance? You terminate her immediately. That was the first reaction of my trainer. That trainer also went to the HO as a national trainer. Now he's not there in the organization. So he also, I'm thankful to him also. And then somehow I fixed up one call. And then they said that the trainer support will be there, manager support will be there, leader support will be there. So I was so happy. I thought that I just have to fix the call and go there, then the leader or the manager will do everything. Not knowing the consequences. So my appointment was at 5:30 p.m. at Hewlett Packard, HP industry. So some official, I fixed up the appointment. That was my first call. And my trainer, he said that he would reach by 4:30. By 4:45 he did not come. By 5:15 he did not come. So my trainer actually ditched me that day. And I was so angry, so upset and so nervous. All the 3 combinations at that day. So then finally, I thought that I will run away from the lobby of the client's office. But then I remembered that my mother said that always face the situation. So I went into the call, not knowing what to speak. For first 5 minutes, I was sitting silent, client was sitting silent. Then he asked me, you want to have tea? I said, okay, I want to have tea. And till that time, I did not utter any, other than hello, I did not say anything. Because I did not know, I was totally dependent on the trainer. I did not do good at that call. Of course, I could not sell. I could not pitch the product also. I came out of the meeting. In half an hour, he threw me out of the office. And then when I went out, in the lobby while I was walking down the stairs, I was thinking and retrospecting it myself. That is where my learning started. Then I thought that why am I so dependent on the trainer or the leader or anyone? That day I took a promise within myself. I will never take any leader, trainer or a manager in my call. That was the first promise which I made to myself. From that day till this day, no one has ever done a call with me. I have done all my calls by myself. Then after a point of time, when I became good in calls, many managers wanted to come on call with me. So I always used to say that I will not take, but when they were insisting too much, I used to take them. But I used to make them sit in the lobby of the reception, like my bodyguard. But I never tipped them in the client's cabin. Why? Because when they did not teach me at that time when I needed them the most, so this many people will not like, but it is important that you become independent. There is good in this. I'm thankful to that trainer who dished me. I still tell him thank you. Because if he would not have dished me that day, I would not have become what I am today. Right? So we have to be good in the situation. So you have to, the first lesson is, which I learned myself, was you have to be independent and not dependent on anyone. Of course, we have all the support system in the organization. We are lucky to be in an organization like TaTa with so many good people around. I have also met many good people in my journey. The best person was the trainer, as I can come back to the whole conversation. So first thing is you have to be independent. You have to believe in yourself. I started believing in myself. And you would not believe that in 1 month, I picked up a check of 10 lakh rupees. It was not easy to pick up that check because that client, I had no knowledge, as I told you. And of course, I cannot become overnight very great in the insurance as a subject. But that client made me, my second lesson of life, that client made me run 10 times up and down to his office. So every time I used to go to his office, he used to have some objection and I did not know the answer. So I used to go back to my office, learn from the trainer and come back for the objection. This happened for 10 meetings. Neither did the client give up, nor did I give up. So my second lesson is do not give up. When you're about to give up, that is where your actual result is going to come in. So after 10 meetings, on the 11th meeting, I got this check. But what happened in those 10 meetings, although I did not pick up business in those 10 meetings, I learned so many objection handling. Right? So it was like a free classroom to me. I did not have to pay any fees to the client to learn the objection handling. He was calling me, he was giving me time, I was getting his free time. And I was learning and learning and learning. So this is what happened with my first 5 clients, but I got business with all the clients. And by 18th August 2009, I finished my MDRT, first MDRT. 5 months. I used to come to office at 8 o'clock in the morning and I used to leave by 6:30. But then it's my third principle and the belief system which I still believe in office I do not talk to anyone. I believe that work is worship and it is like a temple and it is like a classroom. I still follow the basics of the classroom today also. When you go to school, do you get to talk to people? You do not get to talk to people. You're not supposed to talk in the classroom, right? You can talk only in your break period or only in your lunch time. So that is exactly what I follow. So I have been a staunch believer of the classroom principles from the beginning till this day. And nobody disturbs me also. Initially, many people used to come and talk. Now they understand, they know that I will not lift my head from the desk if I'm there in the classroom. So it's like a class for me. So nobody dares to come to me on my desk also. And I do not talk to anyone. No smoking, no tea taking, no gossiping, nothing. Only client. Insurance, client, repeat. Insurance, client, repeat. That is the only thing which I do today also. So this is the third principle. Fourth, what I learned from one client, I still write a diary. I used to write diary from day one. For the reminders and the follow-up is a very important lesson in our business, right? So diary is something which I still write, old traditional method. I do not use the digital method because I enjoy writing the diary and enjoy taking the task which I finished. So it gives so much of happiness and kick. Okay, I finished this, one tick. So like that. So I write the diary. Even if the client says, sometimes there are so many clients who want to just shed you off. They say, okay, call me after 6 months, call me after 3 months, call me after 1 year. So if you do not write or that you have to call him after 6 months on that day, you will not call him back. So my clients used to get amused when they used to tell me that call me after 6 months. I used to call him after 6 months on Monday at 11 o'clock when they gave me the time. Because I used to write it on the diary at that time. So diary is also one best friend which I have had in insurance, which I still follow. The practice which I still follow. So follow-up is a very important game in insurance which you must follow. Otherwise your earlier effort will go waste if you do not follow up. Right? Fifth principle which I used to follow and I used to still believe in, I am fearless. I am not scared of any client. In fact, clients now get under the table when they see me walking into the office. So they are scared. They say, oh, she's come to take business again. Oh my God. So that's a fear factor which you have to create with your clients. So I was so fearful with my first client, as I just told you in my story. Now I'm not scared of any client. I can go to any client of whatever network and I can talk and have a conversation with him for at least 1 hour. I know how to build up a rapport with the client. So how did I know this? I did not learn it in my school. I did not learn it from my parents or my family. I learned it by practicing it daily. So like, for example, I don't know how to buy vegetable or fruit, but if I buy mango for 5 days, I know how to buy the best mango, right? So you're doing it daily, right? So if you do the same thing over and over again, even the water cuts the rock, we all know that. So you will master or the art of selling because you are having that practice at multiple clients with different subjects and different locations, right? So it's not a classroom where you can learn how to sell. You have to practice it on the client's table. And for that, you have to fix up many calls. Once you fix up many calls, you meet many clients, it's like a free training session. Are the clients charging you money for coming? They're not charging you money, right? So you're not paying anything for that coaching class. So I take it as a coaching class when I meet the client. Even if they do not give business, it is okay, I've learned something. And I'm better for the next client. So it is not necessary that you have to pick up business from every client. I also face rejection every day till today. My sale is not 100%, that I meet 100 clients, I will do 100% sale. It is not true. It cannot be true for anyone. I don't think so. But I have a strong resilience power. I bounce back. My client says no, I get more stubborn. My client says no, I get still more stubborn. So the old theories which you used to learn in the school or by your parents that you should not be greedy and stubborn, I think you should be greedy and stubborn. The more greedy you are, the more work you will do. The more stubborn you are, the more conversion you will do with the clients who did not want to buy insurance. I find a lot of fun in selling insurance to clients who do not want to buy. I said, wow, I will sell him. So I take it as a challenge. So that's how I feel. So these are the basic things which I have followed in my practice. I follow the classroom principle. I follow the note keeping in the diary. I am fearless. I have strong resilience character. And I am not dependent on anyone. I am an empowered lady, an empowered person. If there is no one in the branch, like there was a Good Friday holiday, April, right? 2-3 weeks back. I asked my branch to open the branch. I said, wow, so much peace, nobody's in the branch. I went and worked. It was such an opportunity for me. So I don't need any manager, I don't need any trainer or anyone because I don't want to need them. Let them do their work, let us do our work. This is what. So that's it. Anything else?